Hey ladies and gentlemen, this is Carmine Sabia for Explain America, and we have a bombshell decision out of the Supreme Court that will change everything for the January 6th defendants and for former President Donald Trump. Before we get started, please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Those little things really help us out, and they help our channel continue to grow. And if you're riding the Trump train in 2024, smash that join button and become a member of this channel. That also really helps out. Guys, it's the first video of the day this Friday, June 28th. Before we get started, I want to offer our deep, heartfelt condolences and prayers to the family of Representative Thomas Massie, Republican representative of Kentucky, who lost his wife yesterday. Our thoughts and prayers absolutely are with you, Representative. The Supreme Court announced this morning that the obstruction charges against the January 6th defendants are no-go. They actually kicked it back to the lower courts and severely limited the way the Justice Department can use obstruction charges, not only in this case, but in the future. And that can have reverberating effects, not just on the January 6th defendants, many of whom are likely to be freed from prison now, but on former President Trump and the case that Jack Smith has brought against him, because this is a core tenet of the case against Trump. Even if it were to hold that these charges could still be levied against Donald Trump, that's going to present a challenge that will probably go all the way to the Supreme Court, and you might not hear a decision on that till next year. So this is huge. At this point, Smith either has to drop those particular charges, which deals an almost death blow to his case, or he's going to in for another long delay. At this point, Judge Eileen Cannon might just drop this whole case because of this decision. That's how massive this is. I want you to listen to Elie Honig, a great legal analyst, actually tell you about what's happening here. He can do it better than I can. That's his job. So I want you to listen to it, and then I want you to give me your opinions in the comments.
Let's back to you.
All right, Pamela, thank you very much, and thanks to Paula Reed as well. We'll get back to both of you. I want to bring in Elie Honig, our legal analyst, to give us your assessment. This is a major decision by the United States Supreme Court that will limit dramatically these obstruction charges against some of those who went and rioted on the U.S. Capitol on January 6th, and it potentially could affect some of the charges that have actually been leveled against the former president of the United States himself.
Exactly, Wolf. This is an enormous decision. This is a stinging rebuke to the Justice Department. Now, DOJ charged several hundred of the Capitol rioters under a statute called obstruction of an official proceeding. What the court has said today is that statute does not apply to physical efforts to interfere with Congress. There has to be some element of falsifying documents or forging documents or destroying documents. It's a deep statutory construction, but that's how they came out. Worth noting, by the way, this is a 6-3 opinion, but it's not your traditional 6 conservatives, 3 liberals. Justice Amy Coney Barrett actually dissents. She joins with Sotomayor and Kagan. Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson joins with the majority, including the Chief and Alito and Thomas and Gorsuch and Kavanaugh. Now, so this means, first of all, hundreds of DOJ's cases in which they've charged this statute are now likely going to have to be vacated. Now, most of those cases involve other charges, too, but there are about 50 or so where the defendant was only charged with this law. How it relates to Donald Trump is facing 4 counts in the Jack Smith indictment. 2 of those counts are this count, are obstruction. So the question for Jack Smith now is, does he try to keep those counts in his case? His argument would be, well, we have these false slates of electors, that's false documents, maybe I'll be okay under this. But he's taking a risk. So the question now is, does Jack Smith try to keep these 2 obstruction charges in his case? He has 2 other conspiracy charges, or does he drop them and proceed only on the conspiracy charges?
Let's bring in Andrew McCabe and get your assessment. What do you think?
I think Elie lays it out well. I think